Hello and welcome to another Views from the Veranda. Look, since post-COVID there has been a lot more construction happening across Sydney, so I thought I'd share with you just the pros and cons of actually buying off the plan. This is a situation where the property may be under construction or may not even started construction yet, and you have the opportunity to purchase. So in this situation, you're actually buying off building plans, the finishes that are provided. Sometimes there's a display suite with an example of what the apartment or the house may look like. But first of all, so the property hasn't been built. So some of the pros, you can actually purchase at a price discount. So you do have opportunity to buy in early before prices increase, and sometimes the developer will offer an incentive and a lower price to get in there. You have some input in the final design, so you can actually make some changes to the finishes or possibly the layout within the property, so that's an advantage. And these days there are some builder's guarantees. You've got to look into them very closely, but there are some warranties and situations which does lower the risk in terms of actually purchasing off the plan. Some of the cons or the negatives may not meet your expectations when it's finally built. There are variation clauses in a lot of these contracts, and you've got to actually have a look at them. So, it may not be quite what you expected when you walk in there because you hadn't had the chance to look at it. There could be construction delays, and that could actually slow things down, and that might affect your own timing in terms of when you wanted to access the property. So in terms of your deposit and government concessions, there's a few opportunities here. The plus side is that you do have time to save some money. So essentially you put down a 5 or 10% deposit in most cases, and therefore you don't have to pay anything until the property settles. So you're a good chance to actually save some money, especially if, say, you're a first home buyer. You've got a potential to earn interest on the deposit. So in a lot of cases, although the deposit is input in a trust fund, it can be actually agreed to go into an interest-bearing deposit, and you can both share the interest with the developer. Stamp duty savings, there's a lot of advantages these days. The government is incentivising building, so there are some opportunities to buy in there, and that's particularly if you're a first home buyer. There's often some very good incentives and stamp duty savings as well. There's some tax benefits for investors buying off the plan and buying a brand new property. And at the end of the day, there's things like tax depreciation, which you can factor into your own advantages from a taxation point of view. The downside is that the developer can go broke, and you might lose your money. But that's sort of fairly rare, but it does happen sometimes. Or even the builder can actually go broke as well, and they have to find a new builder. So, and the market conditions can change. That can have an effect. There can be a plus side of that where you can get capital growth. So you buy at a certain price, and when the property is actually finished, it's actually at a much higher level. And again, in terms of the downside of that, there are changes in interest rates, or your income circumstances might change. Like at the moment, interest rates are starting to go up, so that might affect your ability to actually borrow the amount of money that you intended to purchase the property for. Property prices can go down, and that can have an effect on valuations when you're looking to actually get the loan when a property finally settles. Lower resale value, as I mentioned, that could actually happen too. So if you're looking to sell after you've actually purchased, you may not get the money that you originally paid for. And your financial situation may change, of course, as well. So look, there's a lot to consider. We've had a lot of experience in selling off the plan on behalf of developers and builders, and actually allowing people to get into properties as well. So if you'd like to know about your own situation, contact us, message us. We're here to give you the best advice the Shire can provide. And until next time, take care and look after each other. Thank you.